Hey, in this video, I'm going to cover exactly what you need to know to make sure that your campaigns on Amazon ads work to your favor in 2025. This is something that we have closely been looking at over the last 2 years, and it's helped a whole range of our clients ensure that they get the very most out of their advertising on Amazon. So let's get started. There's really two components you should be looking at and two data points that you should be reviewing on a regular basis to ensure your account's performance, and that is conversion rate and velocity. So when it comes to conversion rate, you want to make sure that you continue to stand out from your competitors and make sure that what you have to offer is still more attractive than what others have to offer. And Amazon ultimately they want to see that the ratio from people clicking to buying within your particular category is stronger than what they see elsewhere. It always comes down to that. So you want to make sure that your offer is compelling enough, because ultimately Amazon still makes 15% on every sale. So it's within their interest too to ensure that the products that they serve are most likely to make a sale. So the algorithm is always going to be um, tailored towards this. One really good example that we have is there was a particular brand we worked with, and they provided a very luxurious high-end product, but the types of searches that were appearing for was amongst products that were priced really, really well, not much room to customize those products. But that's where the sales came in, because they were more affordable. Even though there was a particular niche that was searching the same type of keywords, they weren't getting the conversion rates. Doesn't matter about the price that this does. It doesn't matter about what your offer is and the value. If others are searching the same type of keywords and you're appearing against them, and they're coming in at a much smaller, a lower price, you still get the sales, but it's going to be very, very hard for you to organically start to rank above those more affordable and cheaper products. So this is something we've seen time and time again. So you're probably asking, how do I get started? How can I review where I stand? So the best place to go is within Campaign Manager under Brand Metrics. You can actually look at certain categories. So you can select a category you want to look at, and you can see, okay, where does my conversion rate sit compared to the category median? So I wouldn't worry about the category top right now, because when you do get the bestseller badge, it really does skew the data. And obviously that's where you want to be. If you can work your way up there, then that's going to have a huge impact in sales. But if you just compare yourself to the category median, this is going to give you kind of just a quick glance into where you are. So if you see that your category medium in you're higher, your brand is higher on average compared to that category medium, then you're on the right track, right? You should be pumping more towards advertising. If not, you need to really pause on the advertising, take some of that budget and put it into updating your listings, ensuring that your images are optimized and working better for you. So if we go, and let me just give you an example. So if we look at like dog nail kits, right? So if we look at dog nail clippers, you can see here it's incredibly saturated, and you really do have to work hard to make sure you stand out. And there's two examples that I want to show you here. So you have this nail clipper for dogs. If this was the brand that we were managing, that we would definitely be recommending. There needs to be a lot more done within the title. From this original image, you can't even tell it's for dogs. This could be for anyone really, and you really do need to make it clear. Just to give you an example of a product that is doing this, so you can see here, very, very clear. They got the packaging in there. It's for dogs. It's for cats. It tells you what it does. It gives you a lot more about the product, what it looks like. So they put way more information into this first section. So not only is this going to increase the click-through rate, but it's also going to give people a better understanding of what they're going to get with the product. So there's so much more. And just to give you an example as well, here's one of the brands where we updated their images just to ensure we put as much information into that first hero uh, image, and you can see here where we compared our products to others. And there's just so much more information. There's so much more color. There's people, some lifestyle images, way more than what they had before. And that ultimately did see an increase in click-through rate, way more sales, and just overall a bigger impact. Here's a case study that we're yet to put on the website, but here's another one you can see here very quickly. You don't really know what the product does from this image, the one that they had before. But here, just having an example of someone using this product to sharpen their knives. And you can see here, this is still a good image, but there's more information here. It gives you an idea of, okay, why is there 3 different types of knife sharpening options? And also just the size, dimensions, it just looks cleaner, people using the product. So this is something else that we've just done recently, and this is something that you should be doing. And this is a kind of our design process. So just making updates within the image and the headline could be enough to propel your conversion rate. And next is velocity of sales. So how much of the searches are you getting? Have there been any new competitors that have come in? What's the search volume? How much are you paying per click? This is also going to have an impact. So if you're coming in with 100 units sold a day, or it's 100 units sold a week for one particular keyword, but there's someone else that's selling 500 units for that particular keyword, then it's gonna, you're gonna have to push ads further. So once you get the conversion component right, you're going to need to push ads in order to see movement in the organic rank. So that's something else you need to look at. So as well as the conversion rate, you do need to look at velocity. Just also give you this example here. So we had this particular keyword. It was appearing right at the top. It was getting most of the sales. ACOS was profitable, but the conversion rate was sitting at 13%, right? So yeah, it didn't look bad, and this isn't really data that Amazon makes clear for us to see within Campaign Manager, and we had to go into the targeting tab. But when we actually found out, okay, the conversion rate is 13.76%, we then took that keyword, put it through Data Rover, and we found out that the average conversion rate for that particular keyword was 20.6%. So ultimately, we were not matching up with what others were getting, right? So this is why we wasn't seeing really any movement within organic positioning. So with this situation, we just reduced the budget slightly with that keyword because it was eating up a lot of the budget, and we found other keywords that were getting the traffic at a much that were getting the sales a higher conversion rate than average, and we pushed those terms, and we were able to get the velocity of sales taking this approach, and we saw organic movement in that way too. So the search query data here is going to give you all the information you need. You can extract this information and you can see, okay, firstly, what is the overall conversion rate for a particular keyword? And once you figure that out, so you can see here in green, this particular keyword has an overall conversion rate of 16%, but we were able to achieve a conversion rate of 40%, right? You're going to have keywords like this scattered throughout your campaigns, right? We've had 8 sales come in for that keyword, and there's a potential to get 2,958, right? So a term like this has huge potential and actually could do with a lot more budget. And at times you might need to even run it not being profitable, right? Doing that is going to allow you to see movements in organic rank and take more sales, more share for that particular term. Here is another example, 8% conversion rate, 12% is what the brand achieved. And there were a few sales, so you want to make sure there's a few sales that come in, and these are the terms that are going to really move the needle, and this is what you really need to be looking at. Also, this goes without saying that you need to be tracking all of those keywords through a tool like Helium 10 keyword tracker or a Data Rover, just to give you an idea of where the movement has been. So not only should you be looking at Campaign Manager to see what your ACOS is, how much you spent, the sales that you're getting, has there been movement? Because ultimately, if you can shift the dependence on PPC and you're getting more sales through organic, that's going to reduce your TACOS. That's going to give you more better margins, and that's what's going to allow you to feed the PPC more money to get even more improvements in organic sales. And this is what you should be thinking about, because ultimately, if you're looking at reducing the conversion rate, if you're looking at reducing the ACOS and you're constantly cutting back and cutting back and cutting back, Others are going to have this strategy in place, and they're going to be pushing hard in those areas they know they're working right and they're improving in terms of sales, and that's where they're going to beat you, and that's where they're going to dominate the market and take all those sales that should have been yours. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, useful, and you want to talk to me or someone in the team, feel free to reach out. We'd be more than happy to go through how we can best help you. If you have any questions, let me know, and yeah, take care.